I dropped the top on the 6th Street. She calling me MVP. I be on time, it's something you ain't never seen before. They call me.
Taking a look at the Thunder. In it forward, it's Dort and Williams. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Hardy, and it's Hartenstein in at the 5, roaming the paint. And we're here in the Western Conference semifinals of the NBA Cup. The excitement has been building to this do-or-die moment.
Yeah, even though this game counts toward their regular season records, they're not thinking about that. Each team just wants to get to the championship and show that they are the best in the West.
Let's check in.
Nice adjustment there, going to the full court press, trying to ratchet up the pressure here a little bit.
Taking a look at the Thunder. Dort and Williams up in the forward positions. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Hardy. And it's Hartenstein in at the 5, roaming the paint. Hardy, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side. But when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. People in the know how good of a defender he is.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Olney. David?
Kevin, Lou Dort makes his bones at the defensive end. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I always try to test myself against him in practice because he's the best of the best. And Coach Mark Daigneault said, I look at him more like he's an artist. We can shift him anywhere. There's no one he can't guard. Kevin?
David, he is a beast. Wow, thank you for the report. Hartenstein with it. He's defended by Podziemski. Screen by Hartenstein. The Thunder with another miss.
This is a quarter he'd rather forget. This guy just can't seem to get the lid off of that bucket.
Pass to Moody. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. Draymond Green is checked in for Golden State. Wiggins is out there with Moody. Then there's Brandon Podziemski. Then there's Allen. And it's Council in at the 5 spot. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
Boy, you can't allow MP to get into the lane. Even when you body up to him, he's still able to score it.
And that one's good, Anthony. Warriors leading by 20. Pass to Council. Back to Allen. Wiggins with it. Podziemski on the wing. Kicks it out to Wiggins. 5 on the clock. Over Williams. And it's Wiggins missing.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Outside Anthony. Good defense by MP. The Warriors have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. He gets it in there. MP's got 4 this quarter.
I am simply blown away by his accuracy. He has made every shot, and what's most important, his team is winning.
Williams kicks to Anthony. And it's Anthony again missing. Thunder coming to this one after the win against the Clippers.
And bottom line, they
And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept a mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
They've got Moses Moody. MP is out there with Brandon Pajemski. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. And it's Council in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Warriors 5. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Pelicans made some terrific plays. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points, and his assist numbers were unreal, making his teammates very happy. He just went out there and played his game, absolutely owning the opposition in the process. Back to you guys.
Outstanding, thanks. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
They're going up against a team that had no answer for him. We'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
And the Warriors with possession here, following the bucket by Oklahoma City. Back to Wiggins.
So for Oklahoma City right now, the post pair form will be Williams and Holmgren. Anthony is out there with Alex Caruso. And it's Wiggins in at the 3.
Yeah, this is what they love about this young guy. MP puts a ton of pressure on your defense, and he's just getting out of the gates, folks.
Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks very much. MP in the last game against the Pelicans made some terrific plays. He had an impressive number of points, and as you may have guessed with him, a lot of those were on the 3-ball. A mind-blowing effort, and it's going to be hard to repeat, but it's hard to bet against him. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. It's going to be interesting to see how he follows up that performance.
Yeah, he was the driving force behind that victory, but each night comes with different challenges.
What you love about this guy, though, is even when the defense adjusts to what he's doing, he'll make an adjustment right back. He is always ready with a counter.
Anthony can't hit.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Out to Anthony. Beyond the arc. Good. Score the basket. Mark him 4 for 8. Shooting 50% so far.
That's number 2 for him from long range in the quarter. His 3rd overall.
Allen finds Jackson Davis. And here is Allen. There's the triple.
Taking a look at Oklahoma City. Inside, we got Williams and Holmgren. Anthony is out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Wiggins in at the small forward position.
Oh, man. MP, that was nasty.
Ooh, a great look there. Brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And RJ, looking back at the in-game flopping penalties introduced last season, how do you think they worked?
Well, I didn't see many that were actually called, but as they say, it's always good to have a rule implemented in case you need it, or so I'm told.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Pelicans made some terrific plays. He dropped an amazing number of points, and his passing was huge in that game, finding ways to involve his teammates. And the entire NBA talking about his performance. It was that special. Can he do it again? We'll see, guys.
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
And I'll be interested to see if the opposition looks to double him, because this should open up opportunities for his teammates to get going.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not. As they set their sights on locking up the win, he has to do everything in his power to make this happen.
Now here's Williams. He's been an important part of this offense, averaging around 22 points a game.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Wiggins against MP. Back to Kuminga. For three, Allen. Another three for Golden State.
That guy is perfect from the field, making major contributions to this lead.
Oklahoma City has gone 4 of 7 from 3 during the second quarter. From behind the arc. The offensive rebound. Wiggins for 3. Nice. Gets his second bucket. He's 2 for 4 now.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You could see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game come to him.
Timeout called, the Warriors. The Warriors. Hield comes in for Moody. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Golden State has gone 3 of 6 from outside in the second quarter. Pass to Jackson Davis. And here's MP. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Out to Hield. Back to Allen. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Kuminga. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. Allen's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one.
I like this move to the full court press, putting some extra pressure on the offense.
Hartenstein passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Tries again. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Green's got 4 rebounds in the game. Back to Allen. Pass to Jackson Davis. Outside for Green. To the left side wing. Kuminga, the pass to MP. Hield for 3. Hits the trifecta. Hield's got 9 points.
Elite from three-point land. Buddy Hield, whenever he lets it fly, you think it's going in.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Hartenstein a screen. Williams passes to Hartenstein. Here's a look at the schedule for the Oklahoma City Thunder. On Thursday, they'll take on Kyrie Irving and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Saturday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And looking at the Bucks matchup, they obviously have the upper hand coming into that one. But don't expect a blowout. It could turn into a real battle.
That free throw, no good. Dort, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. And the second free throw is good. Here's MP. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. He was unstoppable. Pass to Green. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his first foul of the game. Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Hartenstein.
Substitution on the court.
Allen, the pass to Green. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got 4 rebounds in the game. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And this is what Coach wants to see from Holmgren. Outworking the defense to get a second chance look.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Back to Allen. Kuminga with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Hield passes to Allen. Over Gilgeous-Alexander.
Left in the first half. So for Oklahoma City right now, Dort and Williams up in the forward positions. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Anthony, and it's Holmgren in at the 5. And that one's good. MP.
I wasn't sure he could keep up the pace he set from three-point range in that first, but boy, has he ever.
Outside, Dort. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And he converts the layup. 14 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Gilgeous-Alexander has blossomed into this forceful guard. Just look at this performance.
Jackson Davis finds Green. Golden State moving the ball around. In the corner, it's Hield. Back to Allen. Good. Another from three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
The Thunder shooting around 40% from the floor here. From 11 feet away. And it's good off the back rim and in. Holmgren's got 6.
And guys, you can't allow Holmgren to gain confidence from the mid-range. He'll burn you when you give him those looks.
Hield from outside. A basket good off the assist from Allen. Allen's got his 9th assist in the game now. Embiid getting it done for the Warriors. How about this? He scored 30 points from beyond the arc so far. His long-range game is on today. Right back after this break.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot drop.
This is gonna miss on me. She made it, she made it, ay, she made it, ay, she made it.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
They're going to be spending a lot of time on the road, where they've been good. But being away from your home, in your own bed, for a long period, that can weigh on you.
They have thrived at that so far, but this will be a tough test for sure.
I miss my bed.
And switching gears now to that first half, what a difficult start for the Thunder.
Look, guys, anything can happen in a game like this, and we've already seen this kind of hype. You know, we know what it brings. I wouldn't go so far as to speculate that the players are dealing with nerves like we see during the postseason, but the energy in that building is fire.
What about the energy right here, Shaq? I mean, EJ, me, we're just warming up, watching the first half.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And halftime is come and gone. And the second half of the NBA Cup semifinal is here. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Well, through the first two, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
Up front, it's Green at the 4 with Jackson Davis at the 5. Buddy Hield is out.
And Oklahoma City, looking at who they've got. Inside, we got Williams and Holmgren. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Anthony. And it's Dort in at the 3. And so many screens today ride that line of moving or not. Dort, do you think players get away with too much movement on picks?
I think, Brian, it definitely feels like there's a lot more gray area. You have these things now called drag screens. A lot of screens today feel like maybe 30 years ago they would have been a foul. So, hey, I always say, BA, officiating in this league with the speed and the skill is really, really difficult.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Pelicans made some terrific plays. He had an unbelievable amount of points, and he made the defense look helpless as he piled on the points. A legendary performance that will be talked about for years.